This is KevTheBev ASMR. Today I'm going to be talking about the series on HBO Max called TheLastOfUs. So, if you don't want any spoiler alerts and you haven't seen a single episode, do not watch this video because I'm going to be talking about the first two episodes. And I haven't watched the third or the fourth yet, so I'm going to do that this week before the next one comes out on Sunday, but, on Friday because of the Super Bowl, so I'm going to watch basically 3 by Friday, but don't go any further, click away. Okay, so now that you've clicked away, and we have the other people who either don't mind having a spoiler or have seen the episodes. So the premise of the story, right, is about zombies and the fungus that creates the zombies. And it starts out in the beginning where the guy, I kind of want to call him Pasquale because that's his real name in life, but the main character, him and his daughter, are in the house with his brother, the daughter's uncle. And I'm thinking, okay, this girl is going to be, the next Zandaya. She's going to be a superstar. She's going to be freaking awesome. I love it already. I'm in for a big surprise. Let me pour myself my Diet Coke because we have some talking to do. And I'm going to be parched in a minute. And I also have my popcorn. Can't do a review or watch a movie without popcorn, right? Looks good, doesn't it? Nice and buttery. Oh my gosh, I love popcorn so much. Do you know that popcorn's actually pretty healthy for you? And so people who are worried about your fitness and whatnot, as long as there's not too much butter, get some popcorn. It's a perfect snack. I'm gonna pour my drink. No, it's not a beer. It's a Diet Coke. I love that sound. Oh my gosh, I needed that. And yes, it is a Sam's Cola. I'm not going to pay $8 for a 12-pack of Coke. Not right now. I know inflation's going up, but there's no reason for anybody to be selling a 12-pack of Coke for $8. And don't even get me started on the eggs. These are just so good. So I'm thinking she's gonna be the next. 'Max, Zandaya, right? So She's really sweet. She cares about her dad. And at this point, I don't know why the mom's not in the picture. The mom's not there. Excuse me. The mom's not there in the picture. So I'm thinking maybe she either passed away. She's gone. She's not around. I'm not too sure. But mom isn't there. Dad and uncle are there. It's dad's birthday. Daughter does something nice by, well, using his money, but it was still a nice thought. She goes and gets his watch fixed. And that's when all the craziness starts to happen. All the, wait a minute, something's going on type of feeling. All the eerie music, the darker themes and tones start coming into place. The shop owner chases out. It's either the shop owner or the shop owner's wife. She chases out the girl and says, you know, you probably should go home. You shouldn't be here. And she's trying to get her dad's watch fixed, but the guy is working on it, barely even hands it to her before she's pushed out the door. So she goes home. And she visits her neighbors. The older lady in the couch is just creepy. I hate to say that because she's older, poor thing, but she's creepy. She's sitting there, and in the background, she's lying back, and then she opens her mouth, and it's just basically looking catatonic. And I'm like, oh my god. Be careful, girl. Be careful, little Zandaya. Run away. Something's happened. Turn around, girl. Turn around. And the little girl's standing there, and the other lady, the daughter of the grandma, is like handing her something, like cookies or something, I don't know. But she's like, here you go, take this for your dad, yada yada yada. And so the girl gets out of there, and I'm like, oh my god, Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Something's going on. At the beginning of the show, they were talking about fungus and how, like, a certain type of fungus can reanimate in your body and infect it if the temperature's warm enough and climate crisis, and put the two and two together. Well, anyway, so she gets out of that house, and catatonic old lady's still in there. The grandma, catatonic lady, bites. Oh my god. So the catatonic lady bites the daughter, I think it was the daughter. She bites her, and no, stop. Okay, so she goes home, and then the daughter wakes up later, and she hears the dogs barking. So she goes over to her neighbor's house, and the neighbor's house door is open. It's like in the middle of the night. Oh my god, I don't know why she's going over there in the middle of the night. Chow, she's going over there in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, I don't know what time. But that little baby should be in bed. So little Zandaya walks on over. I'm just calling her little Zandaya. I'm so sorry. I don't even know her name. She could have been a superstar, but they killed her off. So she goes over there, and she's staring at the door, like, being a little bit nosy, wondering what's going on. And I'm like, oh my god. This is how horror stories start, right? Horror movies, like, don't go in there. Full on scary movie. Brenda from Scary Movie at this point. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. She goes in there, and she's looking around, and it's quiet. And this is the most disturbing image thus far. She goes into the kitchen, and the guy, I think it's the son-in-law, he's laying back, and he's like, you know, bitten. He's bit. So he's laying there, kind of helpless, and he's trying to talk. And then little Zandaya looks on over toward the kitchen island, and she sees catatonic grandma on top of the daughter, and she's infecting her, she's biting her, and she like spots little Zandaya, and then she starts to charge towards her. And I'm like, girl, run out of the damn house. Get out. Get out. Don't you see, Papa over there bleeding away. And over here now you got a catatonic grandma snacking on her daughter. Get out. So she runs, and it's like one of those scenes where she's running and it looks fast, but it's not fast enough. You got this crazy zombie lady running after you, about to make you her next meal. So she runs out of the house, and then just in the nick of time, Dad comes strolling up in his car, in his truck with Uncle, and he's telling her, get in the house, get in the house. And by this time, the transformers, the poles, the light poles, the big battery thingies, the transformers start to flash green and go out, and all the electricity overload. Now, I don't know what's going on. At this point, it's the apocalypse. And he's telling her, get inside. And then one of the neighbors comes out, and he's telling her, get inside too. He's like, get inside. Stay in your house. And then comes catatonic grandma running out of the house after little baby Zandaya. And then Uncle is standing there, and then Dad has this huge wrench. One of those giant wrenches that are like big as your dresser. I don't know. He's holding it like a baseball bat. And then the lady comes running over, catatonic grandma, ready to jump on him. And he takes a big baseball swing at her with that wrench and knocks her over. And she falls flat on the ground. She falls flat on the ground. That popcorn's so good. And she falls flat on the ground. And then he tells, his little girl, get in the truck. So she gets in the truck. Brother gets in the truck. And they're trying to figure out what's going on. They zoom off. And they're on the highway, and it's kind of rural. It kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's like Texas or somewhere, because they were talking about Mexico. So they're trying to get out of town, but the U.S. military stops them, and there's all these cars lined up, and they're trying to get out of town, but they can't because, they can't go anywhere. So they're trying to backtrack and go through another little town to get to Mexico, I would assume. I don't know. Anyway, all hell breaks loose at that point. Like, I'm saying they went to a smaller town where it was crowded, where it was completely crowded with people. Like the downtown, basically, of the small town. Why would you go that way? Like, they were already driving on the middle of the median of the road or wherever, through like all the vegetation, bushes, where, I don't know. Excuse me. And then they had to go through the town. If it was me, I'm just saying, if it was me, I would not be going around where any other people was, because people, nope, that's the one that's trying to kill you. And at this point there, you saw a catatonic grandma jumping around all fast all over, trying to, making everybody a snack, getting a little bit of this, getting a little bit of that. No, I wouldn't be going back to that town. There might be more of her back there. They go back there, and then they're trying to drive, and then the movie theater people burst open the doors. Oh my god. Anyway, that scared me. That was my lamp. I think the zombie was going to come out and jump me. Anyway, the doors open of the movie theater, and all the people run out, screaming their head off. Popcorn everywhere. Just everywhere. And they're all screaming for their lives. Everything's getting overrun. People are coming out of the bars. People are running in the streets. Everyone's screaming. People don't know which way to go. It's like a bunch of pile of ants when you disturb the anthill, and they all just everywhere, That's the people. And so they're sitting there in their pickup truck, like, watching them. And I'm yelling at the TV, like, go, back out. And then the brother's like, just run through them, go, just heavy these bodies are. Like, I'm saying a regular sized person, a man at 180 pounds times 200 of them, you're not going to get very far in your pickup truck. The body's going to pile up and you're not going to be able to go anywhere. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, logically, this is not going to work. There's too many people. There's too much body mass in general for you to be going that way. You might as well be going into a brick wall. So they're trying to go, and then they figure it's not working. So they try to reverse. And they're reversing. And they look behind in their little pickup truck window. And then guess what comes? Well, you already saw it, so you know. And if you don't, now you do. Here comes a 747 airliner. I don't know, maybe it was. I don't know. Just some big airplane. It comes, a commercial jetliner comes at them and crashes into the middle of that little town. I don't know why they went to that little town. And explodes. And at that point, the impact is so huge, it brightens out and blacks out. So the camera goes black, right? And it pans back in. And the truck's, upside down. People are hurt. People are screaming. People are bloody. People are confused. They're dazed and confused. You like that? And then all of a sudden, they're trying to pull, the girl out, and everyone's trying to pull themselves together and get out of the rubble. And then they make it to where they're like standing up, and then all of a sudden he's trying to carry the daughter because she's her ankle or something happened to her. So he's trying to carry her, and then a zombie spots them. A zombie in the middle of the road just chewing on somebody spots them. And I'm like, oh my god, here we go again. Little girl can't run. Dad is holding little girl, little baby Zandaya, and he's telling her, don't look at anything, just bury your head in my shoulder, in my chest, and don't watch anything. Lord, if that was me, I'd be like, put me down, I'm fine. I don't care if my ankle is broken, I'm gonna make it work. No, so she buries her face in him, and he's running, but he's not running fast enough for me. He's like, he might as well just put her down. Anyway, so he's running with her, and this zombie is fast. This zombie, he's not very smart or agile, he's fast. And I guess that's all you gotta be, right? Is fast, because you're gonna get your victim. So they run through the little cafeteria, diner area, and I'm like, oh my god, close the door. Hold her with one arm, make her stand something, and close the door, and then put something in front of it, and then keep running. Because this thing's coming fast, but it's like bouncing around, banging onto everything like a ping pong. Like a pinball. And so he does not close any doors, and he's running with the little baby Zendaya through the little building, and all of a sudden he gets outside, and that thing comes flying, and at this point he's not fast enough. That zombie's gonna get him for sure. It's gonna get him. So as that zombie was coming up to bite him while he was carrying this little girl, you hear boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden the zombie falls and he gets shot and it's down, and I think it's dead. Is it dead because the person already died? It's just reanimated so it dies again. I don't know, but that's some evil mess with that fungi, I'm telling you. The fungus. I can't say the name. It's too long and complicated for me to say the name. So I don't want to make my brain hurt. Anyway, so the zombie dies again, and then all of a sudden you see a military guy with a gun, and he's getting his orders from his boss or the general, somebody in charge, and they're telling him something in his ear. You can't hear what they're saying, but something important, something he doesn't like to. He doesn't want to hear, because he hears, okay, I understand. Very somber sadness in his voice, but he obliges and he confirms that he's going to do whatever he's being told. So he hangs up his little, I don't even know if it's a phone. What is it? It's not a CB. It's something military, some sort of communication device. He hangs it up or it goes away. I don't know. Don't ask me. And all of a sudden, he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he's talking to the dad and now I want to say little baby Beyonce. I don't know what her name is. Somebody put it in the comment. Anyway, he's telling little baby Zandaya, and the dad, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. And then he starts shooting. He starts shooting his automatic weapon. And the dad is trying to struggle with the little girl. They fall down a ditch. And then all of a sudden, the army officer guy comes up and points it at them again. I was ready to shoot them. And this time, another cliffhanger. You hear a boom again. And all of a sudden, the army officer's down. He's shot dead. The brother had a shotgun and shot him. I don't know how he found them after running through the diner and getting the plane explosion or what, but he finds them. And it could not be under the most grave, awful, difficult, emotional, traumatizing circumstances at that point. Yes, the army officer is taken out of the equation, but now dad looks down and poor little baby Zandaya, she's thin, she's fragile, she's frail, she's flushed, and she's holding her stomach, and the camera pans in, and she got shot in her stomach, and I'm like, oh my god, my god. And I'm like, that poor little baby girl, and this actress is good, and I'm telling you, she is shaking away, she is emoting all this feeling of pain and shock and trauma, and she's just, are hurting. And the dad tries to pull her up, and she's like, no, don't pull me up, basically. And the dad's like, I kind of gotta pull you up. Well, at that point there, the brother says, I don't know what his name, Pasquale, tells him, he calls his name, and then he's basically telling him to stop, look. And the dad looks down, and poor little baby Zandaya, she's gone at that point. She passed away while he was trying to lift her up. Internal bleeding, massive internal bleeding from that gunshot wound. She doesn't make it. And I'm so sad, I'm so devastated at that point, because I'm like, I was rooting for you in the beginning. You had all my support, and I was invested in you all the way up until Grandma was chasing you, I was invested in you. So she doesn't make it, and I'm like, that can't be right. I'm holding out, thinking, okay, she's gonna come back. Maybe she's gonna be a zombie. Maybe she's gonna be this. Poor thing. She doesn't come back. No. And then it fast forwards 20 years later, to episode 2. But no, she doesn't. I'm still salty about it. I'm still sour about it. Because she's supposed to be the next Zendaya. And then, in episode 2, there's another little girl that comes on, but I'm like, I don't like you as much. But maybe I will. So I gave her a chance. I was just so attached to the other one. But the new one comes along, and she's a little bit of a butt buster, if I can put it like that, which I like. I like a strong butt buster person who's a female who can really get in and command the screen. So I like her. But the essence of losing his daughter comes back with that little girl, and he's trying to, protect her and whatnot. But that's where I'm going to leave it off for now, because I'll go into episode 2 next time. For now, that was enough, I'm telling you. when the first episode came out, everyone's like, oh my god, it's awesome, it's raving reviews, it's just like the video game. And I don't play video games. I need to. I haven't. But I need to get myself a video game set. And they're like, yeah, it's just like the movies. It looks like it. This is what happens. This is this da 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 da. But I gotta stay myself off of social media whenever these episodes come out because I don't like it when anybody spoils anything for me. That's why I have to give you all the spoiler alert. But some people share all these like big name news outlets on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media presence you're on, even Instagram nowadays, none but ads. But they're always pushing all these content that just came out, and it's like, chill out, hold on a second, I didn't even see last night's episode, and you're over here all over the world talking about it. Hold on a second, I gotta work in the morning, I didn't get to watch it. Anyway, I felt I would give you the courtesy of giving you a spoiler alert, but getting off track. Next time we'll talk about episode 2 because that first episode was enough. I hope you enjoyed the eating sounds. I'm gonna sit here and finish the rest of my popcorn and do some more things before bed. This is my vice, I'm telling you. I need to cut the diet soda. I know it's only diet, but still. But I don't know when that's gonna happen. Excuse me. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.